Hello guys, this is Dr. Gurmeet Singh Basan, and now we will proceed to solve the typical examples again related to the application of the Archimedes spirals. Till now we have solved so many examples on the Archimedes spiral, and let us start with the first one. Now in this example, draw a triangle ABC with AB is equal to 30 mm, AC is 40 mm, and angle BAC is 45 degree. B and C are the points on the Archimedes spiral of one convolution of which A is a pole. Find the initial line and draw the spiral. Also draw normal and tangent to the curve. Now here in this type of the examples, you have been given the intermediate radius vectors of two lines, and the Archimedes spiral is passing at the end of these two radius vectors. So intermediate points have been given, and we have to draw the complete Archimedes spirals that will take these points inside the Archimedes spiral. Okay, so this is a typical another type of the example, and now we are going to solve this problem. So here AC has been given as 40 mm, AB is given as 30 mm, angle BAC is given you as 45 degree, A is a pole, and it is for one full convolution. Okay, now depending upon these data, let us start solving the example. So mark a point A and draw a line AC equal to 40 mm. Mark another line at 30 mm which is been at 45 degree with AC. Okay, now we have to draw an Archimedes spiral that will start from A and that will pass through B and C both. Okay, so for this initial radius vector we know that it is a pole, but final radius we don't know. So we have to find out the final radius vector first, and that is very important to find out the final radius vector. And how to find out the final radius vector? So for that we have to go for the constant of the curve. Now we have to find out the constant of the curve. Now what is constant of the curve? As we learned from the previous videos also, the constant of the curve is nothing but the difference in length of any two radius vectors divided by angle between them in radius. So here we have been given AC is one of the radius vector and AB is another radius vector. Okay, so we have AC minus AB divided by angle between them is 45 degree. So we have to convert 45 into radians, that is pi by 4. So AC is 40, AB is 30. So our constant of the curve is 40 minus 30 divided by pi by 4, and that is equal to 40 upon pi. Okay, so we have found out the constant of the curve. So if you remember, in our previous videos we have also discussed another definition of the constant of the curve also, and in that definition constant of curve is nothing but the linear travel divided by angular swing in the radians. Okay, so we know that constant of the curve we have found out as 40 by pi. So 40 by pi is equal to linear travel divided by total angular swing in radian. So for one convolution the total angular swing is 2 pi. Okay, so from this equation we can find out the linear travel is equal to 80 mm. And you must be knowing about what is linear travel. So linear travel is nothing but the final radius minus initial radius vector, and that is equal to your 80 mm. Okay, so as you know that initial radius vector, because we start from the pole, so initial radius vector is 0. So our final radius vector, that is the last radius vector, it is to be considered as 80 mm. So here we have to take 80 mm as a final radius vector, and we have to continue our drawing of the Archimedes spiral. So what should be the value of question mark? That is equal to 80 mm. Okay, So from A, draw a horizontal line equal to 80 mm, take center at A and complete the circle. Now you must be asking that why I have drawn the line, horizontal line on this side. Why it won't be vertically upward or vertically downward? Okay. So for that, you must also see that which is the starting point. So A is a starting point. Okay. So it is moving like this way, and for one complete revolution, it will coincide with this particular line. So always by putting the final radius vector line, you must see that for how many convolutions the line is rotating and what should be the final position of the radius vector. Okay, that you have to identify from the starting point and with the number of convolutions. So here the starting point is A, it is rotating in the clockwise direction, and after a convolution, that is after 360 degree, it reaches to this particular position. So that is why we have to take this as the line for the final radius vector. Now once you have found out the final radius vector, then I think drawing Archimedes spiral is very easy. Okay, that is a similar procedure what we did for the solving all these examples previously. Okay, divide the circle into number of equal parts. Okay, now give the numbering, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 will be the final one. Okay. So as we divide the circle into 8 equal parts, so naturally for Archimedes spiral, we have to divide the final radius vector, that is the total length, also into the same equal number of 8 divisions. So divide 8a into 8 equal parts. So here also we divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that is for the linear travel. Again, as I told you, it starts from pole and ending at the final radius vector. So always give the numbering starting from the pole to the end of the final radius vector. So this is how we have to give the numbering also. Okay. Now again the same procedure, that takes center at A, radius equal to A to 1. Draw an arc which is intersecting link A1 at point P1. Okay. Similarly A to 2, center at A, this intersecting A to 2 at point P2. Okay, similarly all the positions of the links we have to find out the different point. Third will always be coincide with the B1. Fourth will coincide with the C1. Okay, then from fifth we are getting P5. On sixth line, A6 line, we have to get the P6. From A to 7 we are getting A7, P7, and last will be our P8 point. Join all these points with a smooth curve, we are getting the Archimedes spiral. So this is how we are going to find out the Archimedes spiral for this particular example. Now for more expertise in this type of the example, let us take the another one. This is the most practical one. Now here in this example, draw an Archimedes spiral through ends P and Q for 1.5 convolutions having shorter hand OP as 20 mm and the longer hand OQ as 40 mm of a wall clock. So this is a practical example of the wall clock which shows the 9 o'clock time at this particular instant. Also draw tangent normal to the curve drawn when the clock shows the 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock we have to find out the tangent and normal. So this is a typical practical example showing the wall clock, okay, at 9 o'clock. So it is similar to the previous one but having the application sign. Now here also one thing is that it is instead of one convolution, this has 1.5 convolution. So how to find out the final radius vector also. So what is given in the data? OQ as 40 mm, OP as 20 mm, angle between POQ at 9 o'clock is obviously 90 degree, O is a pole and it revolves for 1.5 convolution. So this data is given and from this data we have to draw the Archimedes spiral. Okay, so find out the point O and draw a line OP that is equal to 20 mm. From O draw another line OQ which is equal to 40 mm. So this will show a position of the clock at 9 o'clock, where the hour hand is OP and minute hand is OQ. Okay, and now we have to draw the Archimedes spiral that will passes through P and Q, both points. Problem is similar to the previous one. So what to do now? We have to find out the final radius vector also. Okay, as we find out in the previous example also. So how much is this dimensions? We have to find out. So again we have to find out the constant of the curve. So remember one thing, whenever an Archimedes spiral is passing between two intermediate points, the procedure is always find out the constant of curve. Okay, that would be your first step. Second step is from the constant of the curve, find out the total linear travel. That would be your second step. And third step is from the final linear motion of the link, we have to find out the final radius vector. So constant of the curve is nothing but the difference in length of any two radius vectors divided by angle between them in radius. So here, what are the two radius vectors? One is OQ and another is OP. So OQ minus OP divided by angle between them, that is 90 degree. So that is to be considered as pi by 2. Okay, so that is equal to 40 minus 20 divided by pi by 2. That is equal to 40 by pi. Now again you know that what is constant of the curve also. So constant of the curve is linear travel divided by angular swing in radius. So constant of the curve we know that it is 40 by pi. And linear travel we have to find out. And what would be your angular swing? That is 3 pi. Now how is 3 pi? That is 1.5 convolution. So for one convolution is 2 pi, and for more another half convolutions, okay, that is to be considered as pi. So that is 2 pi plus pi, that is 3 pi for 1.5 convolution. So from this we can find out the linear travel is equal to 120 mm. So what is linear travel? That is the final radius vector minus initial radius vector, and that is equal to 120 mm. So as you know that initial radius vector is 0 because it is a pole point. So final radius vector is our 120 mm. So now the final radius vector as 120 mm, we complete the circle and we have to draw the Archimedes spiral. So what is the final radius vector? That is equal to 120 mm. Now again, I'll repeat it again also. Why I have taken this as the final radius vector line? Why I have not taken horizontal on this side or on vertically downward also? Okay, in the previous example we have taken the final radius vector on this way. So why we have to take it on this side? Okay, so you must know that when P is here, Q is here, angle between them is 90 degree and the difference in length between these two is 20 mm. So this is 20 OP, this is 40. So where should be your 0 point? So 0 point will be at 90 degree at 20 mm, it should consider a pole. So this should be considered as a pole, as this is the initial line. Okay. Now for 1.5 convolutions, so from here we have to complete one convolution here. So that is one convolution here and half more. So that will be here. So final radius vector will come to this particular position. Now suppose in the same example I ask you that it is moving for one convolution, then we have to take this as the final radius vector. Okay, so from this you can easily identify that which line should be considered as the final radius vector. Okay, always it depends upon the number of convolutions and from where the pole point starts. But remembering these 2 points, you can easily get the position of the final radius vector. So now after getting the final radius vector that is equal to 120 mm here, taking center at O, complete the circle. Okay, now it is the same way which we have to draw the Archimedes spiral. divide the circle into number of equal parts. Say we divide into 8 equal parts. Now tell me from where we are going to start giving the numbering. So as it is a clock, so it must be moving in the clockwise direction, and pole point is here, so that is pole point is here, so your 0 will be at this particular point. And in clockwise direction we are going to give the numbering. 1 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is horizontal, 11 and 12. So 12 will be the final one. So you can see that this would be your final radius vector. So as we divide the total division into 12 parts, so we have to divide the linear motion also into the same 12 equal number of divisions. So divide O2 this 12 point into 12 equal parts. So I have divided into the 12 equal parts. Now after dividing this into the 12 equal parts, now draw the Archimedes spiral. So taking center at O, radius equal to O to 1, draw an arc that is intersecting O1 at point S1. Okay. Now tell me where is your S2 point? It must coincide with the P because that is 20 mm, this is 10 mm. Third as the point, O as the center, draw another arc, so that is intersecting O3 at point S3. Now where is S4? Obviously it is at point Q. Repeat the same procedure for all the positions of the link. We can get S5, S6, S7, S8, S9, S10, S11 and S12 will be the last point of your final radius vector, which is 120 mm away from the pole O. Join all these points with a smooth curve. We are getting the Archimedes spiral of the clock, which is having the initial position of 9 o'clock. Now what is our next step? Next is we have to draw tangent and normal at the position of the clock when 3 o'clock. So where is your 3 o'clock? So this is your 3 o'clock. So S6 will be the point for which we have to draw the tangent and normal. Okay. So in the previous videos we have discussed about how to draw tangent normal. There are only 3 steps. What is the first step? Joining S6 with O. That is M point joining with O. What is the second step? We already knew what is the value of constant of the curve. So taking length equal to constant of the curve, find out the point here which is perpendicular to OM. Mark this point and join this point with M and extend it. So this will give you a normal to point M. Draw a perpendicular at point M. We are getting the tangent. So this is how we can solve the example of a clock having initially as 9 o'clock. We can ask number of examples on this clock. Say it starts from the 3 o'clock, it starts from 3.5, it starts from 4.5, it starts from 5.5 and so on. So there are so many ways we can ask the number of questions based upon this particular examples, and method is the same and procedure is the same. Only thing is you have to go in a systematic way. Hi friends, I'm sure after going through all these videos you are capable enough to solve any examples on the Archimedes spirals. My next video is a challenging one. Definitely it's a challenging one in which I'll provide you unsolved examples which are good ones based upon my previous videos, just to sharpen your knowledge. Wish you best of luck. Thank you.